Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Pure Crochets. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the massive support you're showing me, and today we are creating this beautiful simple mesh top. This is the close-up of the top. You can wear it anywhere. It's literally so beautiful. When you have a black bra inside, you're good to go anywhere. It's beautiful, it's easy to make, and it's just, I'm out of words. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and let's get started with the work. We are using 100% milk cotton yarn, and this is 50 grams. Mark you, I only use 3 of these. You'll need a 4.5mm hook, a pair of scissors, stitch markers, a tape measures, and that's all you need for this project. Please note we are using a 4.5mm hook. So this is how we are going to work. I made one of the panels. We are going to work in panels. You need the front panel, the back panel, and the 2 sleeves. So this is the back panel, and I will show you how to make it. You need to have 2 of this and then the 2 sleeves. Okay, so now we are going to create this. To create your panel, please note you need your shoulder to shoulder measurements, and now we are going to chain your shoulder to shoulder measurements. My shoulder to shoulder measurements, I chained 80 chains. If you want a bigger top, please make more rows, but take your shoulder to shoulder measurement, then take a chain as long as your shoulder to shoulder measurement is, and I will meet you at the end of this first row. The row, and this is how it looks. So now we want to do a row of double crochets. Yarn over, skip the first 2 chains. On the 3rd chain, go in like this, and we are creating double crochets in all the stitches that we just made. This is how we create double crochets. Please note we are working double crochets across all the chains that you made. I will meet you at the end of this row. Are at the end of the row, and this is how my work looks. And now we want to start creating the mesh stitch. Chain 4, turn your work, yarn over, skip the first 3 stitches, 1 2 3, and on the 4th stitch do a double crochet like this, then chain 2, 1 2, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1 2, on the 3rd do a double crochet, chain 2, 1 2, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, on the 3rd do a double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2, on the 3rd do a double crochet, and we are going to work like this until the end of your work. I will meet you at the end. Please note we first skipped 3 stitches, then on the 4th we did a double crochets, but the rest is you skip 2 stitches, on the 3rd you do a double crochet, and please remember to chain 2 stitches, then skip 2, on the 3rd do a double crochet. I will meet you at the end of this first row of the mesh stitch. How my work looks. Remember, this is row 1 of the mesh stitch. It should look like this. To create the second row, we chain 4, 1 2 3 4, turn your work, yarn over, go in the first double crochet that we created here and go in with a double crochet like this, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go in the next double crochet and do a double crochet like this, chain 2, yarn over, go in the next double crochet and do a double crochet. So this is how we are going to work. All right, remember at the beginning of the row you chain 4 and then you continue with doing double crochets on top of a double crochets, and please note you always chain 2 before doing a double crochet. I will meet you almost at the end so I can show you how we end the row. Okay, right, so we are almost at the end of the row. I'm just doing here my last double crochet, then I chain 2. Okay, once you chain 2, you see this chain 4, you go in the second stitch that you did, all right, and do there a double crochet like this. Okay, then to begin the next row you chain 4, turn your work, yarn over. So this is how your work should be. At the end, please remember to go in the second chain. Okay, that's where you do the last double crochet, then you chain 4, you turn your work, yarn over, then go on every double crochet with a double crochet, and please always remember to chain 2 to begin a new stitch before doing the double crochet. So this is the pattern, and you're going to work like this until where you want your work to reach. Once your work reaches your appropriate length, we are going to do the upper part, which is the shoulder area. Okay, for me I worked 14 inches length, then I put the shoulders. So for now we're just going to make the mesh stitches until the length that you want, and then we will create the shoulder areas. Okay, this is my work. As you can see, I'm now here at the shoulder areas, and I want to show you how to get the shoulder areas measurements, the upper top, the upper part of your top. Okay, so just take your top and divide it into 2 like this. All right, please make sure your top is well aligned. So once you've divided it into 2 like this, divide it again into half again, so it's 2 halves. All right, and this is where you take your stitch marker and you put your stitch marker on the side of your work, the inner side and the outer side like this. But before that, make sure your work is well aligned, and then find the inner side like this. So I'm selecting where I want to put it, but please always realign your work, then choose where you want to put your work, but it should be at the edge here. So we put one here and the other in the inner side. So, and it should be on top of chain 2. So I'm just wondering which one I will take, but eventually you have to make sure it's one that is on the corner. So put your stitch marker on this side and also in the inner side like this, and then that's how you create the shoulder area. Okay, that's how your work should look like. When you unravel your work, you should have 2 stitch markers on the side like this. All right, and then we need to continue with the pattern. Just put back your hook, chain 4. As usual, we chain 4 to begin a new row, but now we will be turning our work from the stitch marker. Once you get to the stitch marker, you turn your work, you chain 4, and then you go to the other side. And we are going to do 6 rows of this. One side 6 rows and the other side again 6 rows. So let me show you how we do it when you get to the stitch marker. Okay, please note, do not go above the stitch marker, over the stitch marker. Once you get to the stitch marker, you need to stop there, chain 4, turn your work, and then continue with the mesh stitches into the other side. So this is the last stitch. So we are here at the stitch marker. Remove your stitch marker like this. Go into that last stitch with a double crochet like this. Okay, then that is our last stitch. All right, it looks like this. Chain 4, 1 2 3 4, turn your work around, yarn over, go in the next double crochet, make a double crochet, chain 2, go in the other double crochet and do a double crochet, and we are going to work like this until you get to 6 rows. 6 rows on this side and then 6 rows on the other side. I am done, and this is how my work looks like. As I said, I did 6 rows on this side, and this is how it looks like at the end. Here you will chain 1, cut off your yarn, and that is how we complete this row. Okay, like that. All right, so it's now time to reattach our yarn in this other stitch marker here, and also create the same thing you've been creating on this other side. So put your reattach your yarn here and then start the work. So this is how I reattach my yarn. I just go in like this, but first make sure your yarn is on a slip knot like this. Then go in this stitch, remove your stitch marker, and then just join your work using a slip knot like this. Okay, just make sure it's in the correct place. Okay, there we go. And then please note, to begin a new row you begin with 4 chaining 4, then you continue with the pattern, which is a double crochet on top of a double crochet until you get to the 6 rows. Okay, I'm done with my work. So at the top here, please join your work with using a darning needle at the top here, or just join using single crochets at the top here. Okay, go in each stitch at the top here, join using single crochets on both sides. All right, and then later we are going to make this sleeve. To make this sleeve, please take measurements of your biceps, your widest part of the hand, and we are going to work the same way we worked the two front panels. So I took measurements of this place here. My hand is quite skinny, sorry. And that's how I knew the width of my work. And then the same way we worked the back panel, we'll start by doing chains, then double crochets, and then we do the mesh stitch. That's how you make the sleeves. It's the same way like the front panel. So once you have your two sleeves, you're going to connect it like this, fold into two, then go in the middle like that, and then you are going to attach it on top here. But before that, I'm gonna join this here. I'm gonna join the top of my work, and I'm using my hook, and I'm joining using single crochets. So I join my work, and now it's time to join the arms to my work. As I said, you put it into half, put a stitch marker at the half part, and then bring your stitch marker to the top of your work like this here. Join it together like this, and that's how you find the perfect fitting arm when you stitch it in. And now you need to realign your work like this. Okay, and then you're going to stitch your work using a darning needle or your hook in each stitch. Please go in every stitch and stitch your work together from this side all the way to the other side, and then stitch all the sides of your top, and then that's it. It's a very easy tutorial. I'm hoping all of you are following through. Please comment down below in case you have any problems. I'll be happy to help. And this is how my beautiful top came out. I was dancing. It's also easy and versatile and a cute, simple top to have in your wardrobe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you all soon in the next project. I'm hoping you enjoyed this one. Write down your thoughts on the comment section. I appreciate you all. Again, thank you. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.